everyone, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm glad you could join me today because I think you're going to fall in love with today's project. Let me tell you why. If you have ever struggled with finding the perfect gift for the teenager or college student in your life, and let's face it, who hasn't, I've got a really great project. Check this out. Oh, isn't it cute? It is a gift card holder for a Starbucks card. There's not a teenager on the planet that doesn't love Starbucks. Now, my 18-year-old came home the other day from college and she's screaming, Mom, Starbucks finally came out with the red holiday cups. Oh! Okay, I don't get it, but obviously the red Starbucks holiday cup is some kind of big deal. So, you know where I got my inspiration for the red Starbucks cup. But you know what? Enough jabber. Let's get to making our card today. All right, we're going to start with our piece of real red cardstock. I have this cut at 8.5 inches by 3 inches, and I've scored it at 4 1/4, so you can see it's just going to fold in half. I know on the camera you probably can't see it. I have come in and made a little tick mark. There's the fold up at the top, so tick marks down here at the bottom, and I have that at about 1/4 inch. Let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer, and what I want to do is I'm going to line up, there's my fold there. I'm going to line it up in the track, and then down here at the bottom I'm going to line up that little tick mark, and this will give me just a really nice, just an angle. Now I got to tell you, hold on to that cardstock really tight. We don't want it to shift, and you should be able to cut through that just fine. We're going to rotate it around. There's my tick mark lined up in the track. My point is lined up in the track. Now, if it doesn't come out exactly perfect, don't up at the top, meaning, how do I say this? Like, well, okay, like, see, I got a little goober right there. Don't worry, that's all going to be covered up, so we don't have to stress over it too much. Now, those edges are just a little sharp, so I'm going to come in with the Project Life Corner Rounder, and we're just going to slide it in there, and I am going to tell you, it's going to go a little odd because we've got cardstock going at an angle, but it does give a nice little rounded edge. We're going to do some stamping now. I'm going to come in with the silver metallic ink pad, and I'm going to be using Endless Wishes. You guys have seen me use this stamp so much this season, and can you tell it's just one of my favorites. And this snowflake, oh, look at that on that red. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm going to stamp. I've got a couple of the big snowflakes here. You notice I have my cutting mat, or my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath me. That way I get a really nice image with this photopolymer set. So there's the medium one. Now we can kind of come in, and if we have a couple spots to fill in, we can do that with the little snowflake. Okay, our stamping's done. Now you guys know with that metallic, it is good if we set that off to dry, so let me move that. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a little more stamping. I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock cut 2 inches by 6 inches. Now I'm going to need, let me go ahead and bring in my framelit I'm going to be using so you can kind of see about how much space I've got available here. I'm going to use a couple stamps from the Endless Wishes. In Garden Green, I'm going to stamp Season of, and then in Real Red, I'm going to stamp the word cheer. But look what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring that H in cheer just up and over that a little bit. Makes it really kind of fun. I've got a 1 1/4 inch circle punch. Let's just come in. Ooh, that's so crisp and clean. I just love it. So I've got that circle punched out, and I'll set that off to the side. I'm now going to take the rest of this, and I'm going to go run, this is from the Chalk Talk Framelit set. I'm going to run this through my Big Shot, and this is going to be the lid of my cup. Okay, I've got that cut out. We need to do a scoring on it, so let me bring in my Stampin' Trimmer again. And what I want to do is draw a score line right down the middle. Now I can see this is actually lining up on the 3/4 inch mark on both sides, so I don't have to stress over getting it to the middle. Remember, the lighter blade is your scoring blade, the darker one is your cutting. We want to make sure we're not cutting, we only want to score. We're going to give that a nice crease with our bone folder, and then I want to give it some texture. I have got the embossing folder, and this is called Delicate Designs. There's actually 2 embossing folders. This is the one that has kind of this nice little snowflake design on it. Center that up in the embossing folder there, and we're going to run that through the Big Shot. All right, we've got that done. Now the other thing I had you cut is a piece of 6 inches by 1 inches of white cardstock. We're going to run that through as well. All right, there we go. All of our big shot work is done. So it looks like we're about ready to start putting this together. The first thing I want to do is to go ahead and put my Starbucks card, or if you have another Panera Bread or some other place that you like to get your coffee cards, that's awesome. You can see I'm just pressing a couple mini glue dots on there. Sometimes when you buy these, the glue stuff, those goober things, they're still on there, and you can use that too. So we're just going to attach that to the inside. I'm going to put my kind of belly band here. You can see it's just going to fold over. We're going to add just a little bit of snail. Don't worry, we're going to be using more to hold it together than just that. So we have that on there. In advance, I cut out of the garden green cardstock a 1 3/4 inch scallop circle. So I'm going to put some snail right along that belly band so we can hide that hideous seam. We certainly don't want that. I've also got a 1 3/8 red circle, and then of course there is my season of cheer that I just stamped, and that was punched with, that was the 1 1/4 inch. We're going to do that right there. Now guys, it's just as simple. We're going to add a Stampin' Dimensional right there in the middle. Gives just a little extra pop. We can put that. Oh, isn't that just adorable? I love it. Now, the last little thing, and that is our lid. So we're just going to get a little heavy on the adhesive here on the snail. Some down the center. Okay. Now, I found when I go to put this together, it was almost easier to come at it at an angle, making sure I get the 2 creases there together. I kind of want to look, make sure it's centered up before I give it a press. I think I'm happy with it. Give that a press. And guys, my gift card for Starbucks in its own little coffee mug in the infamous red cup is all ready to go. See guys, I told you it is really a fast and easy project. Now this is one of those things that you might want to look around. A lot of the stores right now have these Starbucks packs where you can get, there might be 4 Starbucks cards inside. That is a really great deal. You might want to pick up something like that. Make several of these and have them on hand. Let's face it, we all need the emergency gift. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? You do. When you have that person who comes and gives you a little Christmas gift and you go, oh, I left yours at home. Well, come on, guys. We can make up some of these and have them always ready to go. Remember, you can get all the supplies I use to create this really super cute project. You can find it at simplysimplestamping.com. There's an online order button for you. Right there, click it, order what you need, and we're going to have it delivered to your door so you can be creating really super quick. What do you think? Guys, thanks so much for being here today. I hope you liked today's project, and I hope you find some real inspiration in it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.